everyone. This is Margaret Manning with 60andMe. I am on a journey in Bali. I came here for 2 months. My goals were to reinvent myself, to explore my aging body, to take up yoga again and renew my practice, to continue working on 60andMe, and to also get out into this beautiful country and explore. So I had all these things in my mind when I got here, but really the most important thing was to look at myself and to come to embrace and love the body that is getting a little older and changing. Lynn Slater, who I interviewed some months ago, said to me that aging is profound. And when she said those words, I really understood and resonated. There is so much going on in our bodies when we reach 60. Not just the emotional sort of consolidation of our past and letting go of a family that are moving away from us, our children are growing up and leaving home, our friends are leaving town and moving on in their lives. We've got jobs that are ending. The whole relationship model is shifting. So coming here to Bali for me was as much about understanding that profound change that my body is going through, and doing what I can to get healthy and stay fit and well. Now, I haven't done the yoga in 20 years. I've been practicing our online yoga videos, but I have not actually seriously got into the practice again in a long time. And I haven't really exercised in 30 years. So I came here to Bali thinking, oh great, I'll go to Yoga Barn, which is a wonderful facility here in Ubud, where you can take all kinds of yoga classes, and I will get into the practice and I'll be fit again. Well, it didn't quite work like that. And I still got a month to go, so we've got lots of time. But here's the thing. I was going to do a video at the beginning saying, when I first got here to Ubud, I could not cross my legs. I couldn't sit in a cross-legged position, as if that was the goal. And then I, was going to look back and say, oh wow, 2 months of yoga and I'm now sitting in a full lotus position perfectly. And what I've learned is that yoga is a very multifaceted practice. It's not just the positions, the asanas. It's a whole way of life, and it's a way of looking at yourself through a different lens. And that lens is about really not looking for perfection on the outside, but looking for acceptance and understanding of your true nature, and who you are, and just accepting that and loving it, embracing it. So I've been going to several classes at the Yoga Barn. They offer a range of courses from gentle yoga to yin yoga, vipassana, and all kinds of other, along a spectrum. But I started with the beginning gentle yoga, and found I had a big problem. I was just not in a good shape. I couldn't sit in a lotus. I couldn't cross my legs. I was very stiff. I had a backache that didn't want to go away, and I just felt very, very frustrated and angry with myself that I had let my body get to this condition, and also just sad, just sad that it was going to be hard, and I knew it was going to be hard. So I wanted to share with you what happened yesterday, and which was really transformational for me. I have a yoga teacher who I've really tuned in with, who I really appreciate his approach. His name is Ika. And yesterday we were doing what's called yin yoga, which is really just gentle yoga, where you hold positions for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. You just find a position and then you stretch into it. And as we were doing this, he reminded everyone in the class to close their eyes, to not compare themselves to anyone, and to really just stay with it, stay with the discomfort, because it hurt. There were some moments where there was pain. It wasn't sharp pain that I know I had to stop. It was really just that I touched something, a part of my body that I knew needed to be looked at, massaged, and taken care of. And as he was talking, it made me realize the truth of this journey, which is, he said that life is hard. Life is a struggle, and throughout all of our life, we tend to move towards comfort, towards pleasure, and we put the things that are uncomfortable and going to hurt us to one side. We don't accept them, so we store up, this sadness and this emotional knots that are in our body, and we just don't let them go. And then we have problems with our, with our muscles, with our joints, with our physical health, with our heart and liver, all of our glands and body, pieces. And that we have to, really just go into the pain, stay with it, breathe through it, and appreciate that there's something there that needs to let go. And there were actually quite a few people in tears. And I'm going to get emotional here too. There were quite a few people in tears as they were, really trying to understand what it was that they had touched. What emotion were they holding back? What fear? What sadness? And that was what it was all about. It wasn't about getting into a perfect position. It wasn't about comparing myself to all the other young people in the class. It was just internal understanding of my body, of myself, and loving it, embracing it. I doubt probably that I'll ever be able to sit in a full lotus. It doesn't matter. The changes that you see through yoga are not visible on the outside. They're visible on the inside to you. And you can't describe that to someone else. You just know that you've touched something, you've exercised a part of your body that needs healing, and then you've moved on. One thing that I really have learned as well, I wanted to mention, was breathing. Breathing is what connects us to our bodies. And while we're doing yoga, I've been taught to really not focus on the mind. Let the mind go. It's got all kinds of crazy ideas that go on. Ika says we're like crazy monkeys. We're just all over the place. But we have to, just put ourselves right into our bodies, and our breath is how we do that. And I've learned about breathing with your stomach, breathing with your abdomen, so that you get a deep breath. And especially when you're in those positions that hurt, let your breath, take you through the pain and learn how to accept it and embrace it. I think the other thing about emotions is really important, and I think that a lot of women hold their emotions in their heart, and we tend to, protect ourselves from pain. But the yoga and the exercises I have been doing are designed to open you up, to open your heart, open your body, to let the breath just, heal you and go through you. It's really been very, very powerful. So I hope this is helpful. My journey is like many of yours. I think we start these reinvention journeys with a lot of positivity, and we should, but then we realize it's going to be a little tough. It's not going to be so perfect, and that's where I am on my journey right now. I'm learning how to love me, to love Margaret, and to know that going into these tough places is where the magic happens, where the real changes occur. And I hope that you found this useful, inspirational. I really want you to, know that I appreciate you being here and listening to this, and hopefully getting something yourselves from it. It's just very important to me as a 60-year-old woman that I represent what we're all going through, and hopefully in my struggle, teach some important tips along the way. Do you accept your aging body? I would love this conversation. How do you feel about your body right now? Have you embraced who you are? Are you comfortable with the person that you've become in your 60s? Let's have a conversation. Just leave the note below on whether you have loved and embraced your aging body. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. Have a very good day. Take care.